Welcome back to GMOY Radio. This is Unfiltered with Jay Skyline and your boy Brick in the building. Again, James is not here today. He will be back tomorrow to kick it with us for the reviews. But again, this is sports today, sports and fantasy football. So again, I mean, I know this again was not a team that you were happy to acquire, but how's life treating you this week on the fantasy side?
See, what had happened is I inherited an injury-prone team with my starting quarterback on the bench till what week are we about to be in?
It's week 5 now.
When's Andrew Luck supposed to come back?
Halloween. That's what I think.
So I'm riding with the Giants at 0-4 and the Browns. Call them the Bricks now. My team name is Down on My Luck for a reason. So we're just out here taking L's, nothing crazy. Devontae Adams die on the field on Thursday from that helmet to helmet. That's another player down and out. It's a rough season, man. I'm trying, but
I did get the W over him last week because I think we were both 0-2.
That's why I didn't come in last week.
We was both 0-2. I'm up to 2-2 now if I win this week, so back to 500.
Yeah, I wish, man. I'd be lucky to be 500. We was gonna have a wrestling match in here if I had to come in because I knew he was gonna whoop my ass. So I had to take last week off.
But again, man, like I said, I give it to James and anybody else that comes into this league. There'll be some guest spots coming in from the fantasy league eventually this season. I know that this was not the way. First thing, this wasn't how this was supposed to go at all for fantasy. We were supposed to have a strict league for the station. That will be what I plan next year.
All right.
It just happened that this is how it had to work out for we can do this on the show. Mm-hmm. But like I said, this was not like I said. I mean, your best player is Jay Ajayi.
Jay Ajayi with 6 points 2 weeks in a row. The Dolphins with 6 points total for 2 games.
Yeah,
that's bad.
I don't even know. I mean, it's Jay Cutler, man. He do. First thing, did you see the Wildcat play with Jay Cutler yesterday where he had his hands on his hip? Because the quarterback goes out to the wideout position.
Yeah, right. He just stood there
with his hands on his hip. He wasn't even engaged. I don't even know if he checked to see if he was on the line or not.
You ever see the meme where he was smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
I believe that he was really on the sideline smoking cigarettes. That's how much I think he cares about playing in the NFL. Ever since a couple years into Chicago, I don't know, man.
Personally, I think Jay Cutler been the perfect quarterback for the 70s and 80s. Not in toughness, just like that persona that we have
like
of
a
80s.
Joe Namath persona type deal.
Big ass fur coat with a cigar.
Yep. Smoking cigarettes on the sideline, Jay Cutler.
And that's what they said when he went down to Miami. He's like, he's gonna get the all white Miami Vice suit. He's gonna be out on the out on this beach and shit. I'm like, y'all haven't. And it was that was all I heard. I didn't hear anything about football when he got signed. It was all about where we gonna see, because Jay, no matter how y'all think about Jay Cutler being the quiet dude, he's out in the clubs. Jay Cutler is a party dude. He gets it in. He just don't like to get it in front of y'all on the field.
Right. He's like, not like Gronk. Gronk be getting it in too.
Everywhere. That's the difference. Gronk will get it in anywhere.
Right. He's a party animal.
So
he's a skeeter. He's Polish. Shout out to my Polish people.
So that's that Wolverine in them. They get it in anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I said, that was again, this is a lot of tough things. I don't what is going on with the AFC South? Because I mean, outside of the Colts, outside of the fact that we know the Colts are terrible, I thought Jacksonville was getting better. I mean, they only lost by 3, but you lose to Jets.
They were down. They were down a lot early, and then they end up coming. They got that fumble recovery. Dude took it back from his 20 to the touchdown. That was to get to the 20, but then they end up losing anyway. Bilal Powell finally showed up.
Fuck Bilal Powell.
Yeah, I agree. I
lost the fantasy game straight up because somebody decided to start Bilal Powell. And what happened to Matt Forte?
How old is he? He's an old one too.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago though. We was talking about him as a top 5.
Yeah, he was a top 5 for about 4 years. And then as soon as he left Chicago, man, that was it. Definitely. But they knew he probably turned. He's 31, so he's still kind of, I don't want to say in his prime, but he's in his latter years of his career.
In real football, I don't have an issue with you being 31. In fantasy, outside of Frank Gore, when you hit 30, I'm done.
Oh, here we go, Frank Gore again.
No, because that was you know what happened?
We hate you, Frank Gore.
I stopped using Frank Gore for 2 years. As soon as he's probably 34 now.
Yeah,
it was when he hit 30,
exactly 34,
and 31 and 32. I didn't pick him, but I kept on looking at these stats, and I'm like, he's getting 25-year-old stats.
Mm-hmm.
And then like last year, I finally gave in and used him, and he still got me decent stats all last year. But it was like I made a mistake on this Frank Gore being old thing. He just look old.
He's like 10 points, 12 points a week, guaranteed.
Yeah, and that's the point. It's almost guaranteed. Speaking of almost guaranteed, the Dallas Cowboys Dez Bryant fantasy situation seems to be going downhill. I think he got 8 points this week.
Yeah.
He's not really doing much more than that weekly.
That's Dak, man. They also got Zeke Elliott running the ball. That doesn't help his stock.
Sometime before the end of today or tomorrow, we should have a final answer on if Zeke's going to ever serve that suspension this year.
I was watching First Take this morning, and they said today that case is getting taken to court, and they said if not by this week, next week we'll know if he serves that 6-game suspension this year or next year.
All I know, man, it's one of my fantasy. Like morally, I think he should take the suspension. I think he should have went to jail. Fantasy wise, my team will be done.
I don't wish jail on nobody. Yeah, fuck jail.
But yeah, fantasy wise, if he takes the suspension this year, my team is done. I forget which one it is. It might be the one in our league, but it's done.
You got Zeke
in one of these leagues. But the league I have him in, my other running back is Marshawn Lynch, and Marshawn Lynch ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I know. I got him and Amari Cooper on my one team. They both combined for 3.2 points yesterday.
Shout out to Ann James. I know he got stuck with Crabtree because his phone wasn't letting him switch people out yesterday, so he ended up having to start
Crabtree. He didn't even play.
Yeah, he didn't play at all. I mean, he said he was going to start J.J. Nelson, who didn't do great on the Arizona game, but he got points.
Mm-hmm. Who's that? The number 10 on their squad? I forget who it was. Carr was throwing to number 10 and Cardero Patterson.
Yeah.
All game. No Amari Cooper, your first-round pick from Alabama?
Yep.
Yeah, first-round pick from Alabama. You can't even get it to your number one player. That's sad, man.
Yeah, that's a problem over there, man. Mm-hmm. That's a problem around the league. I'm seeing, like I said, honestly, I'm happy the Rams won. Sammy Watkins got 3 points. Fantasy-wise, I didn't get shit out of Sammy Watkins.
I don't trust him no more, man.
Shout out to Todd Gurley, though. This is a bounce back. And
killer. He's killing this year. He's definitely killing.
I found a stat. The reason he's killing it is they're respecting Jared Goff. I think it was like 17 out of his 28 runs. There were less than 6 people in the box.
He's throwing the ball this year.
So that's a help because last year
Where's he from?
Jared Goff?
Yeah.
Cal.
Yeah, okay.
Cal. Okay. He's another Aaron Rodgers, Cal, all them dudes, Marshawn Lynch.
I don't even remember him at Cal, but hey.
I think Aaron Rodgers and Marshawn Lynch played as teammates.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was watching one of those ESPN classics. It was like an Oregon versus Cal game when Dennis Dixon was on the team. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think it was like something like that because they're both teams were ranked in the top 10 at that point.
That makes sense. How old's Marshawn Lynch? Probably 30, 31, 32? No, he's probably older than me. He got to be 32.
I say 32 at this point because he took a whole year off.
Same with Rodgers. Rodgers probably –
I think Rodgers might be 29. Like I'm thinking that Lynch was a senior when Rodgers was like a sophomore. I want to say
Rodgers got to be older than me. He got to be at least 31,
Oh, yeah, I keep on forgetting that Rodgers didn't play like
he got gray. I think he got a couple gray hairs in there, man.
Hey, man.
He's been discount double check for years.
Hey, man, when you play in Green Bay, it get gray quick. That's how I feel.
With no running back?
Yeah.
Really got no running backs this week.
That's something like to be interested about.
Yeah.
Lynch is 31. Okay. But that's something interesting about the best quarterbacks in the NFL the last couple of years, if I think about it. Like Brady, Breeze, Aaron Rodgers. They mostly don't have running backs.
Yeah. They just make it happen.
Yeah.
They'll plug whoever they got in there, dump it off to them, maybe run it a couple, 10, 12, 13 times a game. Get it done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, they definitely played on the same team together. Mm-hmm. They 33 and 32.
Rodgers was a senior, and then – or did he stay all 4 years?
I think he did.
I think he did, too.
I definitely think Rodgers stayed all 4 years. That's something I noticed from Cal players, though, like because Deshaun Jackson's from Cal, too.
Yeah.
Most of them do.
I felt like he left early.
He probably did. Just because I think it was from Compton, so that'd be situations change things.
Here come Compton, you're leaving early.
Hey, Richard Sherman did not leave early, so I'll give it to Richard Sherman. No, he finished.
He's from Stanford,
but he went. I mean, he was from Compton.
Yeah,
he makes it a point to tell people he's from Compton and he went to Stanford.
He's also he's also smart, very very intelligent.
He's basically the Kanye of the NFL. Like he knows he's smart and he's gonna let you know he's smart. Which is, I mean, you got the education.
And he'd be talking that shit too.
Definitely. Actually, over the weekend, he made a very pointed statement about players getting hurt and us not caring about it anymore. Mm-hmm. And then we're numb to the idea like, oh, that's our fantasy team. Like basically all we talked about the last few minutes off air was people getting hurt and then affecting our fantasy. And Richard Sherman seems to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Which I could tell Richard Sherman, like at least if it wasn't for his fantasy, man, you get hurt and I just move on.
Right. Right.
So like you at least be happy. I'm not. My thing is I know for a fact. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I'm not that dude that's gonna run up on somebody that's on my fantasy team in person and tell them that he fucked up my fantasy team.
I will.
Yeah, he will. But that's like, I just know that you don't care. Like, I know you don't care. First, like, I wish the person that's mad at Adrian Peterson for not playing better go tell Adrian Peterson about their fantasy team.
He's a big guy. I'm not gonna go tell him that. David Johnson's a little bit smaller. Might try him.
Oh, he on our, what is it? Torn ACL?
No, it was his wrist
Just
surgery.
slap him in the wrist, man.
That's what I'm saying.
But like Adrian Peterson, like, hey Adrian, man, you fucking up my team. He will hold your hand and like
crush your hand.
I've heard stories of Adrian Peterson's handshakes.
Yeah.
When you hear stories about people's handshakes, you know there's a problem.
He's strong. That's a strong hand. Both of them. He's a big guy, man. Adrian Peterson's sad this year, but sad. That's sad. It's like watching Michael Jordan on the Wizards type shit.
Yeah,
it's sad. It hurts.
And again, like
Brett Favre on the Jets. Ugh.
Yeah. And again, like I was talking about last year with like people retiring, this being the first couple of years, like even though I'm only 24, I can say for the first time I've watched somebody's entire career.
Yeah.
And I remember the preseason game where Adrian Peterson came out and he was running down the field and he could have ran out of bounds and he decided to lay dude out and then went out of bounds.
Yeah.
I remember that. I forget, it was his first preseason game. He went like 50 yards and then plowed some dude and ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
And now I'm at the point
where
it
was on the Browns or something. Against the Browns or something. I remember that shit.
And now I'm at the point where I watch Adrian Peterson and this doesn't look the same. And it's weird. Like it's just weird. Again, I've never been a Vikings fan, even though I was a huge Randy Moss Culpepper fan at one point.
Yeah.
It's just like,
damn, that was the early 2000s, man. That was Culpepper on the front of Madden days.
Yeah. But man, watching Adrian Peterson fall. I'm watching all of them. Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, Arian Foster last year.
Yeah. Arian Foster still had some years on him, but
I don't think he wanted to back up.
It was the injuries, man. You can't, once your body gives out, it's it, bro. You gotta call it quits. Yeah, walk off with them millions.
That's the biggest point, man. Like try to walk away.
Yeah,
that's all I care about. Walk away.
Walk away. Yeah, no concussion, none of those symptoms. No broken bones. If you healthy, hey man, you made it.
Definitely. Antonio Gates, I know it's tight end, but like watching Antonio Gates at the end of his career with the Chargers,
it's hard to watch.
He just broke Antonio Gonzalez's record last week, though. I'll give him that. He's now the number one tight end for touchdowns.
Tony Gonzalez, man, he was solid for a long time. Even when he was on the Falcons. Yeah. Even when he was on the Falcons, man.
I've learned something the last few years about Atlanta sports. They will go far enough until you get your heart broken. Yeah. And it's all three teams. It's not just the
Hawks
Falcons.
Do it every Hawks. Well, they used to. They suck this year.
The Braves will do it to you. Like it's like if you look up the history of the Falcons, it's like when they get there, something like last time they went to the Super Bowl,
Jamal Anderson, baby,
went down for last time they went to the Super Bowl, their best player got arrested for soliciting a prostitute. Yeah. That's the type of shit that happens to Atlanta. And I found that out the hard way. This year you gave up 28.
What, you met the prostitute?
No, I thought I went to sleep. It was 28. It was up by 28 and I went to sleep. Yeah. I woke up the next morning to the Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
I was in the strip club rooting for Tom Brady. I don't want to talk about it. It was a long Super Bowl Sunday. Facts, bro. This facts. Screaming, Brady, Brady.
How much money did you put on that?
Enough.
That's all I can imagine. It was like you had to put
enough cash. Lap dances on me whenever we was done.
But man, I even though I thought the Falcons was coming back, and I still think they could be, I think we just underestimate how good Buffalo might be.
Their defense is good. Offense, not so much.
No.
The leading receiver is Charles Clay.
Yeah, that's true.
They're tight end. Who's their running? Shady. He's not doing anything this year.
But I think it helps. Like no matter what,
he takes pressure off of that passing offense. I agree with that.
So that's the difference with Shady. Even though you're right, he's not doing the same. It just helps. Just
he's in his prime too. He's 29 years old, 28 years old.
I feel like the whole Chip Kelly Philly thing screwed his career.
Yeah,
completely.
He was nice. That screwed everything. He was nice in Philly. Like when they got rid of Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy, and I think they got rid of the linebacker. I'm like, what are you doing? They got Kiko. Or what did they give away for Kiko Alonso?
No, they gave up Shady for Kiko.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I like Kiko. I'm not gonna act like I don't like.
He's
Kiko
all right. He does his job.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Other than that, that was not a good trade.
Also, low key, I think Detroit's 3-1.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah.
It's the most low key you can be when you
Stafford's out here earning that.
Highest paid player in NFL history.
How many $100 million contract or whatever the hell that is?
You know, this is a good segue though. So how do you feel about $203 million?
That's a lot of money.
And you get your own day in the town.
Really?
OKC. Russell Westbrook. $203 million.
Shout out to Russell Westbrook getting that chicken, man.
Signed the contract on KD's birthday.
Yeah.
And they gave him a holiday in Oklahoma City on the same day.
How many years contract? 5 years?
5 years, $203 million.
Does he stay if Carmelo and Paul George leave after this? You got to stay.
No, he's stuck now. What I think the understanding is he sees what they're trying to do, even though I still don't believe Paul's staying.
No.
Now, Melo might stay. But
Melo got limited years left. He better figure out something.
You see him out there playing
with the hoodie?
Yeah,
with the hoodie. Hey, shout out Hoodie Melo, not regular Melo. Shout out Hoodie Melo. He played in a preseason game yesterday. Was it preseason or was it scrimmage?
It was just a scrimmage.
All right, so he played in a scrimmage game yesterday with his jersey with a damn cut-off sleeve hoodie on yesterday.
Bill Belichick and Melo, the only people out here with cut-off sleeve hoodies.
Bill Belichick will rock a cut-off sleeve hoodie in 30-degree weather, hail and rain, and you name it. You name it. He'll wear it. He don't care. I love Belichick. He might be a dick, but he's the best coach I've ever seen. Hands down. And
he's been getting all the blame passed off on other people.
Yeah.
I was so confused. We're like, everybody's crying about Brady deflating balls. I'm like, so this like in college, y'all just blame the coach.
But do you really think Brady did that like himself?
Yes.
Or he had a say so in it.
Yes, but I also believe that every other quarterback was doing something like this. Aaron Rodgers admitted that he likes the ball overinflated.
Right.
And that he said that he used to have his ball overinflated, meaning that he admitted to the crime. Mm-hmm. Y'all just didn't care because it was Aaron Rodgers.
And so it wasn't the Super Bowl.
Well, no, that was the with the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Which
okay.
So, but no, like I said, I never took the inflated ball thing that seriously. It just didn't matter to me.
He's cheating. He deflated balls. Like
it's like, man, we still dealing with the aftermath of steroids in baseball. Like I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, but New England it's been several occasions where they got caught.
Yeah, I am the first victim.
Playing.
I talk about everybody gets mad about the cheating. Like I don't hear it, man. I was the first victim of the cheating. At least the first one to be caught.
Yeah.
The Rams Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Huh.
They had our first 10 plays.
Oh yeah. Was that Spygate or whatever?
Yeah, Spygate. That was Spygate. So I'm like,
shout out Bill Belichick and Spygate. How long ago was that?
2003.
Damn.
Yeah, I know it exactly. Like, don't even.
How old was you in 2003? I remember that.
I'm 24 now. I was like 12.
Because
that was the end of the greatest show on turf. The end of that Super Bowl was it. Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt was never the same. Marshall Faulk was done.
That whole team was done after that.
That was
Kurt Warner's last. He did all right with the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, no. Super Bowl, I respect the Kurt Warner problem was the Giants, just like with Brett Favre with the Jets. It was the Giants, Kurt Warner, where we thought it was over, and then he bounced back with Arizona, just like Brett bounced back with the Vikings.
I forgot he went to Giants for what? He went there for what, a year?
I don't think he might have even started for only like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, it wasn't that long because he was hurt.
Yeah. So people forget about that. Like, we talk about Kurt like, the Great American Story. He did all this like, there was a snag. That story, that movie when they drop it's gonna have that like I want to see it because there's gonna be a Kurt Warner movie someday. I can't. Yeah,
it should be.
Came from Arena Football.
Okay, I thought it was a CFL. One of the two.
No, he came from the.
Flutie came from the CFL. One of them came from the
Warner
CFL.
came from the joint over in Europe.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I think he'll get his own movie and Mark Wahlberg will probably star in it.
My man, shout out my man Marky Mark. That's my homie.
But no, that's why it'll be a story. I just can't wait till we notice they skip the whole Giants part. It's either gonna be like a phone call,
right?
Like how they did Bone Thugs in the NWA movie.
Okay, yeah.
It's just gonna be some real short part of like, oh yeah, remember Kurt in the Giants?
Right? You be like, no. What happened?
I can't that'd be a throwback, even though
that was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. That'd be a hell of a throwback.
I forgot about that. Damn.
If I ever see somebody with a Warner Giants jersey.
Never.
No. I was shocked. In person, like a week ago, I saw a Marshall Faulk Colts jersey, and it caught me off guard.
That's hard.
That caught me off
guard. That's old. Marshall Faulk and Roosevelt Potts.
Yes. Ooh. So
who else was on? Who did he have? Was Jim Harbaugh there?
Yeah, Harbaugh was there.
Damn.
Remember Harbaugh? I think his Ray Lewis's first sack was against Jim Harbaugh.
And shit.
Yes.
Right? 90 something.
That was a fun. I've seen the video too. It's like it's not like a crazy hit. It's just
that was
like
a VHS
ironic.
tape you probably seen. That shit was old.
I was only like 97. It was still VHS copy.
Still I was about to say DVDs ain't start coming out until like 2000.
Yeah. At least it wasn't on tape delay.
Yeah. Facts.
Back over to the NBA. So where are we at, man? Because you might be an expert. Like I follow the NBA, but I know you live the NBA.
Love the NBA, man.
So the East is done.
East is poop. Well, I won't even say that. You got Cleveland, who just acquired Dwayne Wade. So their starting five is going to be Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson.
6-man JR off the bench.
6-man JR, plus Kyle Korver. Who else do they got? They got a couple.
They got a couple other people. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, they
picked up like 3 people.
D Rose is there.
Oh yeah.
Channing Frye. Who else? They got a nice little. They got a nice little second string.
So because I forgot about the D Rose part. So I saw a meme. This is hypothetical. Who gets hurt first? Isaiah, D Rose, or Wade?
Yeah, I seen that too. I'm gonna say. All right.
I'm going with
all on the same game.
I'm going with D Rose.
I want to go. I want to say.
The problem is D Rose gets hurt before Thomas comes back.
Yeah, I'll say I might have to say Wade, man. He been hurt. He's getting up there. He's probably like 33 now, 34. But he been injury prone his whole damn career. I don't want to say injury prone, but he's had his share of injuries that put him out for a nice little amount of time every year since Miami.
The big thing I've been hearing about with the D Rose Wade backcourt currently, because that's what it's going to start with, is neither of them are that great at shooting threes, or at least from the field. Period.
No, they can't shoot threes. They're from 3-point in, from the top of the key in. They got a nice little. All right, definitely. Dwayne Wade got a nice little mid-range game.
Right.
Derrick Rose, not a shooter, and especially since all those injuries, he should have started shooting threes every day at practice because he's not taking it to the rack like he used to, booming on motherfuckers.
He can't. First thing I'd be afraid if I had the surgeries I had. Every time I go for a dunk, I gotta think about when I come down.
My knee's gonna blow out.
Hey, one of y'all just like grab me real quick when I go to the rim.
Yeah, right. Just put me down softly. Though D Rose was my man though. When he had that MVP season, that shit was crazy.
Hey man, everybody thought he was gonna be LeBron's kryptonite. I didn't understand that exactly.
He was nice.
He was nice. Like I remembered. I wish he would have able to I wish the Bulls would have been able to have him with Nate as their point guard off the bench because they never really had the full force of that.
Right.
Because Nate Robinson was one of my favorite players when he was balling.
He still can ball.
Yeah, they just don't give him a chance.
Nah, he's too small. And he can't shoot either. So
no, he can't.
That doesn't.
He is fearless as fuck though. Like I've seen too many videos of the nigga going up to the hole and somehow getting the layup.
Dunking, getting layups, blocking. He definitely goes hard, but I don't know what the problem is.
No, he's short. Just like I said, it's like
5'8".
Isaiah Thomas the biggest issue with Isaiah Thomas getting his extension that he deserved was everybody's like, oh, he's only 5'8", 5'9", or whatever his real height is.
He's as tall as me, man. That's me out there. That's crazy. That's crazy. Who else is nice? But in the East, watch out for Milwaukee, man. I like Milwaukee.
That is always my
Malcolm Brogdon, Keith Middleton, Antetokounmpo, Thon Maker.
Antetokounmpo was my dude, man.
And Jabari Parker. Don't forget about Jabari Parker. He was he was a first-round pick, top 3.
What if they had got to the point that they Jabari Parker was the reason that LeBron didn't get another championship?
Yeah.
That'd be full circle.
That'd be awesome. I fucking hate
because
LeBron.
When I remember correctly, when LeBron went back to Cleveland, he didn't even talk to Jabari Parker for the 3 weeks they were technically teammates.
I don't like Jabari. I don't know. I like Jabari Parker. I don't like LeBron. Whatever. I hate you, LeBron. Hope you lose every game. He's gonna show up in my doorstep. He's gonna show.
You're like Poppy Levitard over here,
dude. You should see his. Whenever he posted on Instagram, I'm under there. I'm gonna let you live today, sucker. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. I'm like the dude off Happy Gilmore.
I hope you never go
jackass.
I hope you never go to Akron.
He's gonna show up at my house one day, and just drill me right in my face.
No, Maverick is gonna show up at your house one day. That's the one that's gonna show up to your house. The fact that I know who Maverick Carter is amazes me.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, that's like his manager and his best friend. But
we can fight too. It's like no.
I would say Maverick is like his myth.
But other than that, in the East, man, I can't think of anybody. Cleveland. I'm excited to see the Sixers this year.
Excited.
Finally, you got Markelle Fultz. Ben Simmons finally going to play. First-round pick. didn't even touch the floor last year.
They traded all the other first draft picks.
Yeah, Embiid's still there.
Okay. Embiid's still there. They got rid of Noel.
Yeah, no, Nerlens Noel. Where's he at? Dallas. Yeah. And then everybody else is in the literally everybody else is in the West.
All right, one shout out because I like watching them. I don't think they're gonna beat the Cavs. The Wizards.
They need another star.
Okay.
Bradley Beal and John Wall are not enough.
And they don't like each other.
No.
Like they have openly admitted, like they will coexist as a teammates. Right. They know they don't like each other.
They're like Kobe and Shaq.
They basically think they're both number one. And I'm sorry, Bill. Like, I'm sorry.
You're not John Wall.
No. I like you a lot. Like, I think like you're really good. Like you're like when D Rose was healthy and Butler was number 2. Like it's like you're that dude, but John Wall comes on the court. You're not John Wall.
Yeah, he runs that squad.
Yes,
I'll give the keys to John Wall to my car any day if he's running my team. I didn't even know who Bradley Beal was coming out of Florida.
Nope.
You know, like Bradley Beal goes top 10. I'm like, who? I know who John Wall is. Who the hell is Bradley Beal? Then you got who else on that team? Otto Porter, Marcin Gortat, which is the big I hate Gortat too. You just put him in the center and be like, here, stand there. That's pretty much it. That's what he does. Grab rebounds. Give it to John Wall.
That's what happens with them big foreign centers.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, so what's his name? From Trailblazers, Arvydas Sabonis.
Yeah.
My boy back in the day, Shaq was dominating him every year in the freaking playoffs. But put him in the middle. He's a big guy. He can rebound. You can pass a little bit. Speaking of foreign centers that can do that, Nikola Jokic from the Nuggets. My man is a freaking point guard in a 7-footer's body.
There's a lot of dudes like this these days.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah. They don't like you. I've been watching sports shows. They don't even. There's no positions anymore.
Not in the NBA, no.
No, you're a wing or you're a forward. That's it. There's no center, power forward, small forward. If you can shoot, you're out on the wing. If you're 7 foot, you could probably still shoot. You power forward, small forward, big dudes, center.
And it's gotten to, well, the one thing is, I don't know about here, but I know in Europe, they teach you to shoot no matter how tall you get.
Like Dirk Nowitzki, look at him, 7 foot, can shoot drain threes.
Or the unicorn.
Yeah.
And he's not draining them yet, but I'm telling you, as soon as he gets off the Knicks, I'm telling you, he's gonna come out here and win like a 3-point contest or something.
I like Porzingis, man. I like Porzingis a lot. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I think that's where they're breed building with him and Frank Ntilikina. I guess that's how you say his name. We'll see this year.
That's as good as mine. But yeah, like I'm excited that everybody's getting on these teams and teams are getting better. But now I'm just like, bro, like where is just like last year, even though I was mistaken because the playoffs were lit. Even until we got to the point where it was still the same teams we thought it was going to be, it still was pretty dope in the playoffs. I'm like, well, I guess I'm only watching West games this year or interconference games. And I ain't got to watch outside of Sixers games. I'm just interested in Sixers games to see what's going on.
Right.
I ain't got a reason to watch any of these other teams in the East play. And
Boston's good.
I'm interested to see what happens because before LeBron came back, Kyrie ain't win nothing. Like they wasn't winning at all in Cleveland. So I need to see how y'all do what y'all knew. Is it a big 3 still, or is it just a big 2?
What, in Boston?
Yeah.
They got a nice little squad for real. They got
they have Horford.
Who's starting? Yeah, Horford's still there.
Yeah.
Kyrie is gonna start your point guard. Marcus Smart's gonna start your shooting guard. We'll see how long
Second
that lasts.
dirtiest player in the league.
Right. Second dirty. Who's the first?
Olynyk.
Yeah, Kevin Olynyk that definitely pulled Kevin Love's shoulder out of the socket. And then you got Gordon Hayward, Horford. I forget who plays their power forward position, but they got a nice little squad. You got Horford and Hayward, and then Irving. Who?
Milovic?
Ilyasova?
I don't know if
maybe.
I don't know if Ilyasova is good, but I used to always like hearing his name in the video game because his name was just slick as shit to me. Ilyasova. Arion Elliott. Holy shit! Like that was one of them ones. I was like, I feel bad every time. Him and
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They got a nice little squad. Marcus Morris. That's who's going to start.
Oh, is it the twin?
Yeah, the smaller one. Yeah, the other twins. I think he's still in
Wizards.
Yeah. Yep. Markieff. They
the weirdest twins on the planet.
Yeah.
They got all the same tattoos, y'all.
Dude, they look exactly alike.
Like, that's twinning. But when y'all go up and go to the tattoo spot and y'all go in like, yo, I'm getting this tattoo and my bro getting the tattoo.
Right.
Like,
we're getting the same damn tattoo.
The whole lineup.
Right. Facts.
Like people forget they were mad. Like I don't even understand how they work this because this doesn't happen. They played on the same college team together. Cool. They somehow both played on the same NBA team or got drafted to because one came out earlier than the other. So they ended up both getting drafted to the Suns. And then the Suns ended up trading one of them. And it was like the one that got left was pissed. And I'm like, bro, you do know this is like real life, like job, right? Like y'all can't be together forever.
Right. Hey, man. They was on, where were they at together?
Kansas?
Before they went to the Suns together?
Yeah.
Or was it the Pistons? One of the two. I want to say no.
I think no. When the one got traded, he got traded to the Pistons.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there was definitely the Suns then. They still played together.
Right.
It's like they can't coexist without each other.
There's still rumors going around that they were switching bodies or switching places whenever the one got out the playoffs.
Right.
So don't.
Get longevity, I guess.
I guess. Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm hurt this week. I'm hurt this week. Hop in. Marcus Morris is a little smaller than Markieff. Markieff's a bigger dude.
That means your teammates would notice, but will your teammates tell?
No. Right?
That's the point. Like, the only people that are around them enough to know for sure standing there like, oh, that's a shorter one is the niggas that see him every day.
Right.
Now, if you're the visiting team, outside of you might have been cool with him in college, you might know his voice. You ain't going to know until it's too late.
Yeah. Well, the rest of it, somebody didn't know, and somebody didn't tell, too.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's some balls, man. That's like, bro, take this test for me in high school type shit. They ain't gonna know. They probably didn't know.
True.
They did the switcheroo before. They've done they've done this before.
Also, in Big Three news, even though I've stopped paying attention to that league as soon as I stopped showing up to the games. Like I completely forgot about
practice,
that.
Man.
Paul Pierce is going to try to convince also KG and Kobe to come. Kobe ain't coming.
No,
Kobe to come.
Kobe ain't playing.
I can name like a short list of players that are retired. Like I'm telling you now, the day Vince Carter retires, they need to back up the Brinks truck if they want this thing to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Vince Carter, go get Nate Robinson.
If
you can get KG, bring KG, but I don't think you're going to do it.
They're playing half court ball, man. That's a little.
The only reason I want KG is he'll talk. Like, KG gonna have to fight somebody. That'll be the time where finally somebody's gonna step up and see if KG can actually fight.
KG's competitive. He's a competitive motherfucker. That's why, man.
Oh yeah, but he's talking like I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen him have to throw hands. I've seen him really talk reckless to some people. Get Meta World Peace. Got to make him call himself Ron Artest though. There's a lot of other people. Like
Ron
I said,
Artest. I'm glad. I don't want to see him play anymore. I'm over Ron. I can't stand him. As soon as he turned his name to Meta World Peace.
Well, his name is now
that shit the fuck out of it. I don't fucking know.
He changed his name to like the World Wildlife Panda Association.
There's something wrong with that dude.
He's playing in China right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stay over there on our test.
When Marbury's done, I like to see him go to the Big Three.
I like Marbury. He made a lot of money over in China.
I respect the hustle.
And he got a statue.
Yep.
Shout out to Marbury, man.
Got a museum.
Goat life in China. Jimmer on the way.
Hey, hopefully he got that Manny Ramirez contract with the Lifetime Sushi.
Manny.
You didn't hear about that?
Nah.
A couple 6 months ago, Manny took a contract for a baseball team in Japan. And the contract was money, some other stuff, and a lifetime supply of free sushi.
Shit,
like in his baseball contract.
Shit. Hey, you take what you could get.
I know, it's like if it's from Japan, yeah, that's cool. Like don't
shrimp
let the American
tempura
team
rolls for life.
Yeah.
Sushi rolls for life. Hey man, fuck it.
And the sad part is none of us are surprised that Manny Ramirez would make that a stipulation in his contract. Between that and not having to cut his hair, those are the two things I'm sure.
That would be how long is this? Is his hair like really long?
No, but when Joe Torre took over, when he went to the Yankees for wasn't he on
No.
It was Dodgers.
When
he was on the Dodgers with Joe Torre tried to get him to cut his hair because Joe Torre's on about being proper.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And I'm in the position of you paid me $100 million to come. If you didn't tell me before I signed this contract that there's something got to be done with my hair, you cut me.
Okay.
Like I'm in the same whenever even though I think that what Odell Beckham Jr. did 2 weeks ago with the peeing thing with the celebration was nasty and weird.
What did he do?
He peed he acted like he was a peeing dog.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, I don't think it's cool. The owner of the Giants is like, we're gonna have a conversation with him. We're gonna make sure he doesn't do it again. I'm like, low key, I'm like, bro, you're not in that type of position.
Situation. Yeah,
No.
you can't.
I was
you have to keep Odell happy, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely happy.
It's like I can say that he looks like a bitch doing some shit like that.
Right.
You need to just try to first thing, you might disagree with it, but you can't be out here in public saying this. And that was my issue. I'm like, you can go and talk to him behind closed doors and say whatever you want to say to that man. As soon as you try to put him on blast in front of the world, that's where he can be like, oh, well, you just cut me. Because that's what I did. I'm like, cut me. Because I don't want to be on this 04 team anymore anyway.
Right.
Same thing about Jerry Jones saying that everybody's going to stand for the flag or they're going to get cut.
Hey, my man Jerry was out there nailing with the bro. He was like, man, I need these dudes. I can't be out here. They know he's racist.
I think he figured it out.
Come on, man. Jerry Jones, middle of Texas. He's racist. I don't care what nobody says. But he was out there one knee. Like, I need these dudes. Fuck it. Fight the power this week, baby. I ain't mad at him.
The only owner I think was fully, truly sincere was the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. He was out there for real. With his whole mustache curled up. Like, that's because he's because for one thing, he's the only true minority out of the owners in the NFL. And I've heard stories of what happens to him. Like, he's a businessman. Like, he's a legitimate businessman. He owns tons of companies. But he's had issues flying planes before. And it's to the point that, like, he had to get the U.S. government to send, like, something to, like, the FDA saying this man does not need to be searched 16 times. Yeah, like, he had to go. He went to the U.S. to just like U.S. Department of Security and stuff and be like, yo, y'all know I'm a businessman. You know I'm worth this such and such amount of money. Get your airports to stop stopping me and missing flights.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
And again, I mean, no matter how funny he he might look funny to us, to him, he's I don't know, man. I couldn't.
Where's he from? What does he look? Yeah,
it's like something like that. He's
a Middle Eastern.
I'll have to relook it up. He's definitely Middle Eastern.
Okay,
but
hell
he's not
yeah, I'd be pissed about that shit too, man. I'm wearing millions and millions and millions of dollars. I hear frisking me before I go on the plane just because of my skin color. It's not right, but
I know. But the thing is, this is like 3 years ago. I mean, if you were a frequent flyer, and after a certain point, I understand. I fly like once every couple of years. So if I get stopped and frisked, whatever, I don't fly enough for me to get mad. Now, if I'm on a plane and at the point where the people in the airport might know who I am, we don't have a problem. Yeah. If every time I come through and I'm the random search,
right?
After about the 7th time,
right. After the 7th, I'm good for like 2.
Yeah, he's Pakistan. So.
Yeah, are y'all eating Pakistan food?
Last week we had Pakistan food.
Man, how was that?
Was it the worst? It was not the worst.
Would you like it?
There's some leftover. There's definitely some leftover.
What would you eat? Chips? Some shit.
There was spicy chips. Those were fire though. We finished those.
I'm not eating them.
Hot gummies, and then the thing he's about to pick up that wasn't finished. He is so happy to show people this. It's it's like a nut-based cotton candy textured food. It dissolves in your mouth though. Like as soon as it touches your tongue.
Som Popdi? Som Popdi?
Yes. It was
pass.
Weird. Yeah, it was a pass for everybody.
We gonna pass today.
The fact that the box is still here and we tried this stuff on Wednesday obviously shows that it's a pass. And it's packaged like a
oh man, this looks like tuna. This looks like
it doesn't have that much of a smell.
No, this looks like sawdust tuna.
Again,
with almonds.
When you put it in your mouth, it dissolves like cotton candy. Like that's the texture. It's cotton candy. It's weird as hell.
Nope. Pass. I ain't even gonna try it. I would try it, but I
ain't gonna knock you. Today it's gonna be weird. A former Penguins player that won in the back-to-back championships back in was it 91 and 92?
Yep.
Yes, got signed today to a 1-year contract with the Calgary Flames. Y'all know who he is.
Yager.
I don't know how this motherfucker still getting on these skates.
Hey man,
I was not alive when
how
this
old
nigga.
Is he got to be like 40,
this is
45, 46. He might be older than that for real.
This is the thing about hockey. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I consider hockey. If you play hockey, like people are like, well, if you play football, you're crazy. No, I am convinced that if you play hockey, you're somewhat crazy. Because getting hit in hockey means you were moving like faster than a human can run.
Right. You're gliding on that's ice, man, and you're landing on a hard ass surface. That's ice, not grass, not turf. That's ice.
Yes, there's no forgiving. And if it gave, that means that you hit it hard enough for it to crack. Which
you're going through that shit. That ain't gonna happen. You ever fall on ice in the winter and bust your ass? Hell yeah, that hurt.
Also, so Yager was drafted in 1990, and this is something I didn't know. Yager will be playing with his son this year.
Wow. Hey, man, shout out to Yarmer Yager.
We were trying to find that out.
7,
you could find
45.
It. But yeah, Yager, because he was on the championship teams with the Penguins in the 90s.
Yeah.
Not the recent Penguins 90s. Mario Lemieux is an owner now, and Yarmer Yager is like, I'm about this mullet.
Yeah. Hey, that was the illest mullet back in the day, man.
Yeah, he took a 1-year, $1 million contract.
Yager 45? Yeah, see, I called that.
Only kickers go that far in NFL, bro. No.
88, man. I was 2 when he started playing.
No.
That kind of makes me want to throw up too.
I just can't I'm not. I mean, this is somebody that's defying physics and like health logic.
I was about to say, like you said, only kickers in the NFL go that long.
Even basketball players
How
don't
old's
make that.
How old's Vinatieri? He got to be up there too.
Vinatieri's, I think, is the oldest player.
Same with Matt Bryant. Matt Bryant's old.
Yeah, I think Vinatieri is the oldest person in the NFL.
He's an all-time leading point scorer in NFL history, I want to say.
Something like that.
He's kicking field goals since the 90s.
Like the fact that we what kills me about Yager, even though he's taking like the low ball contract to play?
44.
Yager's still better than a lot of players in the NHL, from what I understand.
He's 45 and still playing one of the most physical games. How old are y'all that he can do this?
Yeah, right. Like still.
Every day.
Still out here with the mullet.
Yep. Hey, just think of how good a shape he's in.
Yes.
Still. At 45 years old, he's in better shape than me, you, and you. That's crazy. Go ahead, Yager.
Like think about this. Vince Wilfork retired this year. He's 35. That's 10 years younger than the man playing hockey.
Wilfork is also
huge.
400 fucking pounds. Yeah, right. Going on, 30. One more year, he'd be 30 years in hockey.
I feel like he's now just trying to prove a point.
Damn. Go ahead, Yager. That means he started when he was 18, something like that. Yep, ever since. Go ahead, Yager, with your geriatric shit.
And Vinatieri is the oldest active player in the NFL.
Yeah, at 44.
Because I guess the only, like I said, and it's weird to me because NBA players usually get out by 40.
I'll say before that. I would say like 30.
Actually,
man down.
Yeah, the oldest player in the NBA currently is Vince Carter. He's 40. And Vince Carter is another one of those situations where he's still better than most of these young dudes.
Right? Still. Go ahead, Vince Carter. I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday he was in that 2000 slam dunk contest when he's sticking his elbow in the rim. Or jumping over what's his name in the Olympics?
That dude's career before it started.
Damn, what the hell was his name?
Right.
Don't matter. You're done.
He just got drafted. I forget what dude's name was, but he just got drafted. Like he was a first round pick or something. And it was basically like what Jordan and them did to the dude that got drafted to the Bulls before their Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Carter did the same thing to him. Went over and dunked over a 7-foot dude. I was like, it's over. Yep. I don't even need to see the NBA season, bro. Yep. I'm out. Like
you ain't hear nothing from him after that. Got jumped 7-footer jumped over in the Olympics.
And shout out to Vince Carter because no matter Vince Carter to me will always be one of my personal favorite players. I know he's not the best of all time.
Agreed.
But he changed his game.
Yeah.
He went from jumping on dudes.
Frederick Weiss. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, Vince went from dunking on dudes to hitting game-winning threes.
That was my favorite era of basketball. Vince Carter, T-Mac, Kobe, early Iverson, KG, Dirk, Nash. That was my favorite. That's probably because I got to see all of it.
Yeah, that's how I was too.
And I was old enough, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why I tell you, I was like, Kobe's my favorite player. I respect Jordan, but I didn't watch Jordan. I was damned after the man. Obviously, I wasn't able to watch him.
I watched the ass end of Jordan. Like I remember the last two of his second three-peat.
So I remember the last championship, and then I remember the Wizards. Or not the Wizards, the Magic.
Yeah, it was the Wizards.
Oh, it was the Wizards? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember the Wizards, which I'm not saying I remember that fondly. I'm just saying I remember the Wizards.
That was bad. At least he dropped some Irie shoes.
Yeah.
I'll take them.
Well, he still was leading the team in scoring with the Wizards, wasn't he?
Yeah, they were bad until they got Gilbert Arenas.
And nobody talks about that there anymore either. Like, you know what kills me about the Gilbert Arenas thing is there was a small movement to get the name changed back to the Bullets.
Yeah, not after that.
It never happened. It will never happen.
Not after that. Him and Javaris Crittenden, who actually is in jail now for a murder. Ooh, wow. So that was probably the wrong one to talk about guns with.
I know. The problem was Gilbert Arenas was the one that came in. Like, first thing, there will never be, outside of like the practice rant, there will never be a low-key better basketball story than that story. Just for the fact that Gilbert Arenas came in with two guns, old school.
Draw.
We're going to take 10 paces and draw style. Like he came in with his gun, with two of his own guns and said, all right, we're going to handle this. What do you mean?
And then Crittenden pulled out his wappas too and was like, what's up? Right. what's up? And then a couple years later, get hit with a murder charge. He was really bad. I think he's a Crip or something like that. He's definitely in a gang.
Is it so with the Wizards? Can you never wear the number 0 again? Basically, it's not like I feel like it's the same thing with the 7 with the Falcons. Like it's not retired.
Not technically retired.
But if somebody the rookie walks in like y'all want that 0, they're gonna be like, nah.
Because Arenas was something else.
Well, he was good. Then the reason that he couldn't stay anymore was wild.
Because he was a dick.
Just like Michael Vick. Like Michael Vick is low key the best thing outside of
everything that happened. Yeah.
And it's like, well, if he didn't hit the dog fighting, they would have retired Vick's jersey at some point.
Yeah.
Now we're just sitting here like, well, nobody can have the 7.
Right. Hey, that's fine. That works for me. Do you think Mike Vick gets into the Hall of Fame still?
Nope.
Just because of that?
Yeah. I really do wish he would have, because I think he would have if everything was cool.
That sucks.
If
that's my favorite player. Or
if
that's
T.O.'s
my favorite
not going to get in
ever.
If T.O. don't get in, he's going to basically end up like Pete Rose.
Sad. Yeah.
That's what it's going to look like.
Pete Rose is a piece of shit. Pete Rose is a piece of shit.
Man. I mean, you ask a lot of people, not me, because to me, like, with the court system, I'm like, yo, you do your time, you're a free man. But a lot of people still think Michael Vick's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he went to federal prison for what, 2 years?
Something a lot of y'all couldn't do.
No.
Like y'all crying about the ACJ.
Right. Right. Fuck jail, first of all, but you're a $100 million athlete in the prime of your career. You got to stop to go to federal prison and get locked up.
Now you peeling.
Right.
Now you peeling off the little red thing from the bologna?
Nothing. They're taking your whole shit away. You in a jumper and you sleeping on a fucking cot for 2 years, man. Fuck that.
You got to peel the little red part off the bologna every day.
Spolony. That ain't even bologna. I don't know what the hell that is. Ain't that far away, man. Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, but again, like I said, this whole NBA season is I mean, outside of somebody getting hurt on Golden, like that's the weird part. I still believe in Golden State.
Nobody's beating Golden State.
But every team in the West seems like they trying.
It's not gonna happen.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Outside of the Clippers, I think the Clippers are the only team that's like full blown. Like we ain't going. They might be like the 7th seed.
Poor DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin.
Nah, fuck DeAndre. Man, DeAndre Jordan should have sticked with his convictions. You signed to Dallas and you reneged.
Yeah. Well, Dallas sucks too, so
that's
it don't even matter. He stayed. What did he stay? Why did he stay?
Because they came to his crib and like begged him to come back.
Yeah.
Like Griffin, Paul, the owner, everybody like went to DeAndre.
And then Paul ends up leaving,
which is
that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks. Chris
Houston,
Paul.
though, man.
I like Houston, man. But you know, my man James Harden, MVP this year, baby. He could have won it last year, but Russell Westbrook is unreal.
Literally, like, but to me, this is what happened when who was the last person to get the triple double?
Oscar Robinson.
When Oscar Robbins got a triple double, didn't
back in 1960.
Kareem was averaging 50, and neither of them won the MVP.
Yeah.
So I'm like last year was like that to me. Like if Harden won the MVP, it's like, well, this is an anomaly. No, usually two dudes don't do this at the same time.
I think he was averaging 28, 10, and 7. I want to say 28 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. 1 and 2 flip flop.
Which I'm on Westbrook. I mean, I was on the Westbrook give him the MVP. I'm not a big Westbrook dude, but the fact that everybody thought like, oh, you're making James Harden a point guard. Well, he ain't gonna pass it to nobody. Nobody believed going into this. And
then what happened?
He was passing it.
He was facilitating.
Like, but he still ain't playing OD.
No, he's lazy on the defense. But hey, you give your 100% on the offense. Take that defense bullshit.
Chris Paul's supposed to be the best. Some people call him the best defensive point guard in the NBA, outside of guarding Steph Curry.
Yeah, he's small though. How tall is Chris Paul? You got to be like 6 foot. That's it.
I feel like he tells them to put 6 foot down.
I don't think he's that tall.
No, I don't. But like Chris Paul is one of the mean short dudes where it's like, I'm 6 foot. Okay.
At least right. That's like some Iverson shit. I'm 6 foot. All right, cool. You're not 6 foot, but all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, his manager's on the Wikipedia. Somebody changes to Wikipedia. His manager got to go back and change that immediately.
Right.
Seth or Steph?
Steph. I don't think he's 6'3" there.
I think he's just really small.
6'1", 6'2". He's just skinny. He's a little guy.
Yeah. But yeah, Steph. That's the weird thing is you was just talking about like the point forwards, which that's a new name for me. Like the Greek freaking them. That's a point forward.
You're LeBron. Yeah. Antetokounmpo's crazy. He's only like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. I think this is his third year in the league.
And he's like 6 what?
I want to say 2021.
He's 7'3"?
No.
No.
Thon Maker's like that big, but Antetokounmpo's probably like 6'10",
6'10".
something like that. He's upper. Damn,
like,
pushing 7.
Just to be able to be that tall and
dribble,
like,
you're fast, you can shoot.
Like I feel like I was just getting over the fact that Durant could do that.
How do you stop that? Yeah, Durant, same thing.
Like I was just getting over the fact that Durant could do that, and then it was like this dude looks even way older than Durant.
He's younger too. Kevin Durant got to be what, 26, 27 now? 29. Damn, I'm old as fuck. Jeez, man, I remember him playing in Texas still.
Texas, Blake Griffin in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think TJ Ford there? No, he wasn't there yet. He left a little bit before that.
Also, shout out to JJ Barea. I didn't. It's one of the.
He borrowed the team's plane.
I didn't know he was the only Puerto Rican player in the NBA.
It was him and Carlos Arroyo.
Yeah,
but Carlos Arroyo, I haven't heard of him in a couple of years.
So shout out to him. I mean, I'm not a big JJ Barea fan, but I was like, it was cool to see the NBA like try to help him out.
Like Mark Cuban rented him his plane, the Dallas Mavericks team plane, and he took down supplies down to Puerto Rico. Shout out to that. That's some real shit. Good shit, Bray. I like that.
Definitely. Oh, in this is kind of plain news. 10 NFL teams lost their charter flights for to fly around the country because the 2 airlines that dropped them, I think it was U.S. Airlines, and there's another airlines that dropped their charter part of their service, and they basically said that they make more money doing regular flights, than chartering plane flights. Huh. So
you doing this for the rest of us,
right?
Right. Obligation for the sports fan.
Right.
About y'all profits.
Well, one of the teams that lost their charter was the Steelers. So the Steelers. So
we got enough money to buy our own damn plane.
That's the thing. Well, no, the Steelers. People keep on forgetting the Rooneys are the only owners in the NFL that does not have any other entities making them money.
No, it's just the Steelers.
It's just the team. They've only had the team the entire time. Everybody else makes
no
businesses, nothing else. I mean, there's probably like stocks somewhere we don't talk about.
That's how you know the Steelers make money, man.
But they are the only owners in the NFL that don't have some other portfolio.
Yeah.
It's always been in the family.
Solid. Yeah, that's why we give. Oh, that's why we care. That's why we care so much about our team, because that's it. That's all they got. Right? Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't.
Yeah.
No Heinz, no Icy Light, no nothing.
Now I do know a couple of these.
Turner's. Let me get some Turner's tea.
Now I do know for a couple of teams have gotten in contact with some of the military contractors, so they're being able to use the same planes the military use. But if something happens, those planes are first and foremost for the military.
Right.
Yeah,
we going to Afghanistan. We going to Iraq. Wait, what?
And the Buffalo Bills have gotten permission from the NBA to use their Delta charter planes. But as soon as the NBA regular season starts, I don't know what happens with that.
It's over.
Yeah, so they got like 3 games that they can charter their flights to do this with. But as soon as Halloween comes, they got to get back their pumpkin.
Take what you can get, man. Somebody's going to capitalize on that.
I think, well, one thing is that they're going to have to choose like they just got to like pick and choose like the Cleveland Cincinnati games, like Steeler wise. You might just have to bust it.
Yeah, I mean, that's not far.
Even if y'all happen to play Buffalo this year, like you might have to bust it, or Indy.
Even what's it called, Baltimore?
Yeah, but
we're all in driving.
Now I don't know what you're gonna do that first. When you got, I don't know if you had any West Coast games this year. They got to play like Denver or something this year out there. It seems like every year we have to play out in Denver. I just remember the Ryan Clark issues.
Ryan Clark, yeah. What is he had? Sickle cell anemia.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Thin blood.
I mean, it was never his fault, but it got to the point that it always seemed like it mattered
every year because we played them like once every 2 years or once every year.
And then the one year we played them in the playoff game where Tim Tebow got his life.
Oh God, Ike Taylor got torched by Demaryius Thomas. No, he got torched first, and then he tried to tackle him. Then he got the stiff arm from hell, and ended it, man. Tim Tebow.
Again, all right. Again, y'all know I ain't a Steelers fan. And you know I love this man as a defensive coordinator, but that whole blame is to Dick LeBeau.
Dick LeBeau.
Everybody, like, this is throwback, but you always go back to that play. There were 8 if there was more than 8 people on the field, everybody on the field was within 2 lines of the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Like even as Palomar was up, it was
a blitz. It looked like a blitz.
Like they ain't give Tim Tebow no respect, even though I'm not gonna say he deserved respect at that time either. Nah. But like that was one of those.
Tebow's a winner, man. Now he's a good dude too. Oh, as a person,
he's a great person. God-fearing, great person. I feel bad what the Mets are doing to him now because they're just exploiting him now.
Yeah. Using them for or what's it called? Like social media has been killing poor Tim Tebow.
Because they originally his original minor league team was like one of the minor league teams that got their original names and shit. Then they literally only promote him to AA because the AA team he wears the Mets jerseys.
Okay.
So they could sell Tim Tebow jerseys with the Mets logo without putting him on the field.
Just to get money out of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's
Tim
like
Tebow,
the second or the highest
advertising.
Level. Yeah, the highest level AA or under baseball teams wear the same gear. So yeah, it's like
it's AAA.
Yeah, AAA.
It goes up to AAA.
So yeah, he moved up to AAA, and they was like, oh yeah, we can sell his jerseys now. Like you can go online to the Mets website and buy a Tim Tebow jerseys, like he's on the actual Mets.
But you're not. But he's out there hitting home runs, doing what he got. Hey, my man's just a natural athlete.
He has more home runs than Jordan hit.
That was rough.
They made the point of putting this up here.
That was rough.
They definitely.
That's a rough stat.
That's the only way you could compare Tim Tebow to anything. This is the only. What was Dion or Bo Jackson's averages?
I was about to say me and my girl was just talking about that.
Talk about Bo Jackson. That's what we're not going to do.
I love. Bo Jackson was something else. Hey, Dion was something else too. He was.
Yeah, Dion was dope in baseball.
He was a beast. He was playing. Was it the same day he had to play in the He played in was the playoffs, the baseball playoffs, and had to play Sunday football.
It was like Sunday night, wasn't it?
Yeah. Damn, Dion. That's another athlete. He's just gonna make it. Whatever he does, he's gonna make it somehow.
I got big ass news in the NFL. Derek Carr out 2 to 6 weeks with a fracture back. That's breaking news 1 minute off of the SB Nation.
He wasn't doing shit anyway.
Yeah, but that's a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
So, you asked Tony Romo. It's all downhill from here.
I hate Tony Romo. That's another one on my list.
Do you hate him as a quarterback or as an analyst?
Both. He's a butt analyst too. I don't like your face, Tony Romo.
He's that guy.
You just have one of those faces that just want to punch. Yeah. Is that the other guys? You just have one of those faces I want to punch.
Okay. So back over. This is just a random stat. I'm always interested in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yarmar Yager got drafted in 1990. 14 NHL teams that didn't exist by at that point.
That's what I'm saying. He's definitely out everybody but.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Predators, Coyotes, Ducks, Florida Panthers, San Jose Sharks, Nashville? Oh, Dallas Star. Oh yeah, Dallas ended up getting moved from Tampa Bay, the Senators or
Carolina,
Black Knights, obviously. That's like this nigga's Avalanche, Minnesota Wild,
Columbus.
So
damn, yeah, Blades of Steel. Swing. Yeah, right. Hell yeah,
that's how for sure Malachi knows these teams didn't exist.
Was that Nintendo? That was Nintendo. Yeah. Damn.
That's how I read all hockey.
Hot off of Blades of Steel. NHL '93 for the Sega was alright too. Damn, Joe Montana football.
Again, I'm not a hockey person, but I'm a respecter.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with it.
When it's coming to longevity, the only person I can think of is who was the Maddox dude that used to play baseball? Like they used to just call
Greg
him.
Maddox?
Yeah, Greg Maddox is the only other dude I just remember. They used to call him up in like July. He
man
didn't play all season until July. And whatever team needed him to get to the playoffs, you trying to come out and pitch?
He knew how to throw he knew how to throw junk. Yep, he knew how to throw junk. He wasn't throwing no crazy 90 miles an hour. He knew how to place the ball and throw junk.
But he only come out like in July. Like I've never seen anything like that. Like he ain't come in April. He ain't come in May. It's like July. We in the pennant race. You trying to come out.
That's how the Braves were in the 90s, man. They made it to the World Series every year. They might not have won, but they was there a lot. That was like David Justice, Greg Maddox, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz. Like they had a squad every year, but they just got beat by the Marlins. I forget who was on that team. Oh man, so they would just get beat by nobodies.
Before we hit our break, I also want to update because this is all I got for you on the baseball note. Is that John Colorado Stanton finished with 59 home runs. He led the Major League Baseball in home runs this season.
That's a big man.
Y'all care about zeros. 59 home runs is still impressive as fuck with no steroids. Even if he'd got the 60, like to me, like everybody's like he ain't get 60. It's one fucking home run.
Yeah,
59 is still really dope. And he's a
big dude.
He's sandwiched. He's 9th all time for home runs in a single season, and he's sandwiched between the person that's 10th and 8th. It's Babe Ruth. Get that nigga a break. Like if you're in a record and the record you're in front and behind Babe Ruth for the record,
you're good.
Yeah.
You're good in my book.
Saying that, we are GMOY Radio. We're gonna be right back with another one of our clips. We're gonna get y'all with his college updates on both football and basketball. We'll be right back. Again, this is GMOY Radio, Unfiltered with your boy Jay Skyline and Bricks. We'll be right back in a minute. Also, remember, look us up on YouTube for the live.
MLB baseball starts tomorrow too.